Welcome, Web3 friends, for another season 2, brought to you by Rug Radio. Super happy to be here with you and bring you today's guest, who I've been following for years and have been trying to get him on the show for just about as long as a time. But, I get it. He's busy, he's building a big company, but suddenly something happened. Twitter killed his account for something that we all do. We're going to get into it and find out how one of Web3's most prolific creators of Basie, CloneX, DJ, and Other Side. His Coda stuff was just landmark. And My Pet Hooligan, a Kid Called Beast. How this creator stay unbothered, focused, and grow. Welcome, Web3 media friends, talking about the hustle in Web3, those working in Web3, leveraging IP, leveraging talents that they're bringing from Web2 into the space. I'm so excited for today's guest because you probably already know him. You probably are reading off of his feed what's going on and him being on this show for Rug Radio. Rita is he's the founder and CEO of Inceptive Studios out in Dubai, and you've seen his work on a consistent basis. It feels like for years. It's just like it's Web3 years, so it feels like 100 years. But we've always seen the vision that this person has for Web3 and for the metaverse. And I'm so excited to talk to him today about what that vision is for him, what it means to him, and his explosive growth through the company, Inceptive Studios. So welcome, Rita.
Hey, thank you for having me. Feels weird actually recording, not tweeting.
No, man, it really is. We've had the opportunity to chat before about like opportunities to work together because, again, I think what you're doing is so fantastic, and the level of talent that you are building over at Inceptive is incredible. I think we all started to really get a sense of that during the metaverse. It was like your version of the metaverse for the other side. Like we were all like, oh, going on first trip, like, oh, this is cool with our dorky avatars, no fun. But like then you came with like the actual apes and the actual characters that we wanted to inhabit. And I think that if you've seen what Figgy has been dropping, it's a lot like what you were doing.
I love Figgy and I love what they're doing, and I'm so excited about after seeing those avatars and those apes running around. Our apes seem to be the same dimensions and same proportions, except ours have pants. Theirs have shorts. So we're gonna stick with the pants. We're gonna stick with the pants. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the pants. Even though Dubai, we should be the ones wearing the pants, right?
Very, very conservative, exactly, and appropriately dressed. Those crazy mutants and apes. But please take me through that process of like how you got into the space and what brought you to that to bring so much value in terms of imagining Other Side.
Well, for the Other Side, we loved the Other Side. We couldn't get in. We couldn't log into the Other Side, the actual voyage on the first trip, or the second trip, and so we decided just to make it so we can actually try it out ourselves. So, and it was a challenge that we took on, where we put it together from the different YouTube videos of people recording from the first trip, and that was the challenging part. We actually did a good job, I think, and it was as much as we could see on the YouTubes. It took a lot of YouTube screens to do, but we finally got it to work. We then had the model for one ape and one coda, and we had them running around as an ape and as a companion. And we kept on building it with our vision of what we thought would be fun, where it's multiple experiences within the Other Side, where people like us will eventually be able to build the different experiences on the Other Side.
I think you even came up, didn't you guys do a mutant hound?
Yes, we did mutant hounds, mountable mutant hounds.
It's so mental. That's the thing. You're doing what we idealize and hope it to be. You know, the hopes and dreams of what we hope that metaverse to be, and you guys were actually executing it.
That's what we use as our slogan. That's what I have on my bio is bringing NFTs to life.
hmm.
And that's where we'd like to see it, where it's not just a JPEG sitting on your profile picture or a JPEG that you have on your in your wallet, where you actually live with your PFP, you live with your NFT, you take it around, you walk around with it, you shop with it, you play with it, you do what you imagine you want to do with it.
Welcome to
That's how we.
Friends. That's what we're all about. We think there's so much more value to the NFTs, you know, given the, you know, the sort of the intellectual property rights that you're given, as well as, and here comes the technology, right? Here comes the technology of the metaverse. Here comes these characters that I see you play with a lot, as you know, you say you're playing with other side characters, a mix of them. You're also playing with I'm a DJ, clone. You're playing with all of the different toys and showcasing for us again what is possible, you know, within those characters. Is it something that you kind of came to naturally? I don't know, where does this come from where you understand it so clearly?
It's where I wanted to be with my PFPs that I had before. It's where I thought the fun of it is. And the IP is the commercial side of it. How we would like to commercialize it, how we would like to actually, because I mean, like during this bear market, there is nobody making money off of it. Nobody making money off speculation and all that. And I think PFPs or NFTs have a lot more potential than just a tradable asset.
100%. 100%. You know, getting past the flipper mentality really brings you into the asset class and the technology that is capable. And I think a lot of projects are starting to understand that. You know, the OGs like I'm a DGen and MeBits and stuff, you know, kind of gave that asset to you. But now, as you know, Monoverse opens up, as other side opens up, they're allowing you to see, oh, well, here's the playgrounds that I can go to. I'm loving have you been tracking Improbable and sort of their and
Yes,
how
yes,
do you
yes.
feel about their progress?
It's impressive. Of course, as all of them, all the different platforms, I would like to play with them. I would actually like to try and test if it is possible to test them. And I think that is where Improbable is strong. They've been very transparent and building in transparency, letting everybody play with the tools that they do show.
If you're
But I think there should be a lot more.
if you're listening, Mr. Narulo, I appreciate you. It's funny, you're part of the 3D Hub Lab, which is an old sort of closed Discord that we had a long time ago, just like builders and you know, we saw like Rockstar builders and founders of all the 3D projects, and you were kind enough to join us in that Discord. And it seems that like you've gone from Rockstar builder to building out this company of Inceptive Studios. Please walk me through that journey of like your interest, but then now you're going pretty damn hard as sort of a builder of a company in a bear market.
It's essentially it was a Web2 advertising agency that we switched part of my passion into this Web3 space. And it was not an easy road. It was an uphill road with lots of bumps, lots of setbacks, like everything else in Web3. It's a heartache, but we have grown from a 2-person, 3-person team to a 20+ team of various talents.
Let's go. That's amazing. What is your vision for that team to kind of build out? You're building out this team with all these different skill sets. How is it that you're trying to approach creation within the space?
Well, right now at this current stage, we are concentrating on building out our characters for our storytelling that will come eventually, and we will be producing a production company. As a production company, we will be producing episodes of some sort of another. We believe the skits that you see on a daily basis is I believe that Twitter doesn't have enough of these videos and TikTok style videos. And I also believe that Web3 should be targeting TikTok as well if we want more adoption, mass adoption, because there's more people there than there is on Twitter. And the only way I think that would be done through TikTok is by doing what's trending on TikTok with a mutant or with an NFT. And that's where this idea came from. And we've been building that since.
And I like your approach because you gathered a lot of these different characters, that you're playing with, and it seems like you're really gravitating towards creating a storyline around. I believe it's Dr. Otto, a mutant ape. That you guys mutants are so tough. Like props to you guys, tip of the hat, because I know how hard doing a mutant is and putting it into the 3D space. Walk me through the challenges of creating that mutant, and then what you guys did, which I think is so brilliant, is to then sort of leverage the ape community and the IP into your storytelling. It's sort of a kernel of the storytelling.
All right. I mean, the mutant, we did it, especially our mutant, we did it with a lot of love. The one you see right now, I think, is version 6, whether it's a model or texture or the rig itself. And we keep on adding to it on a daily basis. You'll see, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there is a difference between the first model and the last model. Whether it's the rigs of the tentacles, whether it's the rig of the hat, whether it's the rig of the clothes themselves. And we will keep on developing until the Dr. Otto can be text to speech, text to, you can play around with them with everything moving around dynamically and with all the physics. And we, at the same time, want to do the same with all the different characters, especially the ones that provide 3D files like I'm a Degen and a Kid Killed Beast. Any project that does offer 3D assets like My Pet Hooligan, those are the ones we want to play with the most, where we try to see what technology is provided by the different projects. And at the same time, the ones that don't have 3D assets like the mutant, we've built and we've built him for animations at this point. We are working on other projects where tools for the 3D NFTs, whether it's experiences, games, or actual tools for animations and pictures, because projects do give 3D files, and then people can't animate. 99% of the owners of these 3D files don't know what to do with those 3D files. So we showcase what is possible, what can be done with 3D files. And then we're trying to push out some tools for normal people that don't use 3D software that can actually animate them and do poses with them quite easily.
Thank you for that. As somebody who is just like I love Blender, and I love my learning coming from Maya and 3D Max, and it just takes time. It's just like it takes a lot of time that a lot of us don't have, especially if we're not working day to day with it and don't have the shortcuts altogether, so that we can make efficiencies out of making that time. And to have these assets, sometimes it does feel, as you say, like a bit of a waste, because then suddenly you have like this user who has these incredible assets, but how do I play with them? We found at the 3D Hub Lab that once we create ways for people to play, it's just like, oh, this is how I do it, this is how I join this metaverse, and with my friends, and going on the second trip and the first trip, it's just magical. It's just like you feel the social media aspect of the metaverse come together, and what you're doing is providing a vision for the next stage of just like all the characters coming together there, and being able to play with these aspects of leveraging community like the apes. And so what is the journey that Dr. Otto is going to go on?
It's actually a journey. We'll release the name as soon as our Made by Apes license is issued for Dr. Otto. We did get a license for the studio. Made by Apes license. It's actually number 69. I am very proud of the number.
Let's go.
For the culture, right? So yeah, we will be doing both. We're trying to do as much as we can, where it's building tools for the different communities, showcasing the different assets, in as much fun ways as possible. And at the same time, doing the TikTok thing so we can get some non Web3 people into NFTs.
Where do you see inceptive in, I know it's crazy to say even 5 years, but like, maybe 3 years, just this short-term future where it's everything's moving so fast, but I think you have a clear vision of what it is that you want, I think, out of building this storytelling machine.
Well, our vision and our goal is to build a kick-ass experience slash game, and at the same time create an actual show with NFTs that is actually fun and relatable to Web3 and Web2. That's the vision.
Exactly. I think you're so almost gracious in your understanding of like the onboarding that needs to happen in order to grow this space, because as you said, TikTok is so much bigger than crypto Twitter. Crypto Twitter right now is very, very small. NFT crypto Twitter is a very, very small segment. But as we build those out, I guess like for me, I'm always like, I see your work and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, do you guys take commissions? Like, is there a way to work with you guys?
Yeah, we do commissions. We do custom animations for different projects and different communities. We do some Web2 when we really have to. We specialize specifically in character animations, and immersive experiences. So there are not very many in Web2, but we still do work.
Awesome. So all they have to do is reach out to you directly. And are you the point person for that?
Yeah, yes, I am the point person. We're just developing a tool for the commissions and the custom animations that will be available by next week.
Because that's the thing, is just like, the work is so good that I can't imagine this being in super high demand. Your process is clear. You're being very transparent about what it is that you guys are building, and I think everyone's imagination is spurned by what you guys are putting together. And so thank you so much for helping us sort of see that vision. And before we go, so your Twitter sort of something happened to your Twitter, and then you had to create a new account. Can you talk quickly about that?
Well, all those different gameplay videos that we did for the other side,
Yeah,
we stupidly enough used the song "The Doors" "Break On Through to the Other Side," and then we over a course of 3 days we started getting hundreds of DMCAs for all the different videos. I deleted lots and lots and lots of them, and then I missed a couple where then I got a final warning and your account has been suspended.
It's the nightmare, honestly, because you've built up this whole community to follow you, you work so hard to grow that aspect of something, and to see it take away, and to see it take away from you was really scary. Because again, when you're being a creator and you're doing a lot of the speculative work, you may inhabit certain IPs or take from certain IPs to kind of show the point and show the case study, and it becomes mistaken for trying to propagate your own marketing of somebody else's property, which is not the case. It's not like you were.
Yeah, it is what it is, and I think I like the new account a lot better than the old one. Has a lot less bots, and building from scratch is just a lot more challenging.
More challenging, and you're bringing the heat and catching up really quick. I like how you have the videos of like running through 5 followers and 6,000 followers.
Yeah, we're gonna need to change the animation after we pass 6,000, hopefully.
Yep. Gonna go right for it, and I can see big things for it. And I just raised the point because that's kind of what we're working towards in Web3, is that that elimination of stopping creatives. I think that's such a scary, because it's such a big beast to try and, as you said, negotiate what you think may have happened, etc. With Web3, we're hoping that there's a bit more targetedness to that, and a bit more liberty in maintaining your own creation, as opposed to just like gone, like just like don't give a shit, gone. it's cruel.
Look, I mean, it is cruel and everything, but we are to blame for using that music without consent. But I don't know. I mean, if somebody's at the gym working out and the song is in the background, does that make him infringing copyright, or is he just listening to music? Right, which was the case. It was background music to gameplay, not a song or a video clip or any of that.
Exactly.
But anyway, it is what it is. It's past. I can't do anything about it right now. So we're trying with the new account.
Yeah, you're moving ahead.
And if this one closes, we'll start another one.
I'm going to be putting down the official Rita account down below so you can follow along. Please do follow Rita, and you're going to see just like almost literally every day, just cranking out video after video, and just kind of roll through that timeline. You can see the progression of these characters, which I'm really excited to see come to life. Thank you again so much, Rita, and hopefully we have you
Thank you so much.
When this thing is growing, man. I'm excited by this journey.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.